Hey, this is Ricky, starting a new project. A paint by numbers kit from numberartist.com called Cascade Haven. It's a waterfall, very pretty. Almost looks like it's in the Amazon, or not quite sure. Item number of 40-50-178907. We're live streaming on YouTube at Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. If you like this type of content, consider hitting that like button. Share at Real Talk Chimp with your friends and family. Comment, chat with me. That would be great. And subscribe to the channel. We'll get down to some shenaniganery in a moment. First, let's put us on YouTube to make sure that we are live streaming. Give me a moment. It is Monday, August 10th, 2026. We will make sure that we have audio. Testes. I hear audio. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do an unboxing. We'll do a tutorial. And then we'll get cracking. Over there, as always, is my wingman, Sammy, hanging out by the window. How you doing, Sam? You just hanging out? Can you tell everyone to like, share, comment, and subscribe to at Real Talk Chimp? Thank you. If you have a question for Sammy or a comment, just talk to us in the chat. All right, so we're going to come over here and do us an unboxing. We're covered in a cellophane first. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, it says open. How do we open? How does one open? Oh my lord, it is chimpanzee proof, everyone. Okay, when you open it up, your artistic adventure begins here. Thank you for choosing Number Artist. Relax, express yourself, and bring your masterpiece to life, one stroke at a time. Happy painting, www.numberartist.com. There is one of those little barcode thingies as well. And yeah. Okay, everything is inside this thing here. We'll open this box up, and now we open up the package that has the goodies inside. Okay. More plastic. When I purchase these kits, I make sure that I order a framed version of this doohickey here, because I don't want to have to sit and try to take it over to a frame store and have them frame it. You can do that if you don't feel comfortable. You can just paint it on a desk or whatever if you don't have an easel. This is 100% chimpanzee proof. So I ordered the 24 color set. I think the frame is, or the canvas is 16 by 20, but I'm not 100% sure. So it comes with the linen canvas. And like I said, I paid extra to have it framed. So they kind of pull it and put these heavy staples into it. There's your item number right there, 40-50 LZ8907. I'm not sure what the BK is afterwards, but yep. They also give you this reference guide. So in case you paint over a number, you can go back and look at this reference guide. I always keep these reference guides because if I have like a color marker set, I will, like paint this and then color marker up the reference sheets pretty good. So what I do is I turn this into like grid. So I fold it up to make it easier to follow. You can do whatever tickles your totem pole. Okay, so now it's a little easier to follow. You kind of accordion the thing. Okay, we'll put that over here. All right, we get a little booklet. It's basically the same thing it says on the inside of the box. Thank you for your purchase. It also has some instructions inside, step-by-step guide by number artist. Dip your brush, paint within the lines, let your painting dry completely before moving to the next color. Keep your paints sealed, avoid overloading the brush, and use natural light to paint it. Everything pretty much says the same, but it's in multiple languages as well. On the back side here, it says what's included: the numbered linen canvas, a color guide, which is inside here, a set of 6 paint brushes. 2 of each are similar or the same. It just says set of brushes basically, but I went a little farther. Your numbered paint cases, which are these little pods, and a meaning. They're numbered on the sheet, but you will go in and actually number them yourself. And then of course the reference sheet, which is this critter here. Okay, now let's get inside this critter. It's packaged really well, which is super cool. Oh, it looks like I got the 26 set. Okay. I thought I got the 24 set, but I got the 26 set. All right. So it goes up to 48 colors. You can request whatever you'd like, depending on how much detail you want added to the photograph. But it looks like, okay, I'm sorry. It does go up to 26. It does go up to, yeah. So it goes here to 24. But with 26s, they included all 3 black. So black, which there does seem to be a lot of black in the corners. Yeah. So they gave you 3 paint pods of black. So I guess they expect you to use a lot of that color. So, all right, we'll put this over here. Let's put this over here. We'll take our paintbrushes. So what they give you as far as paintbrushes is that they give you 2 large paintbrushes, 2 finer point small paintbrushes, and 2 medium point brushes. Or you can pay extra and get a more professional set. Here is the reference guide. Here is the paint code. If you happen to run out of paint, you can email the company with the paint code and they will replace it for you. The more you need, you'll probably have to pay for, but nonetheless. Okay, so we shall put this critter here, and then we shall start doing this. Hey, Jaws. How you doing there, pal? Try to situate my crazy self, my Vida Loca. Can we zoom out? Nope. Apparently today we are not going to zoom out. Oh well. But we'll start off by putting our little numbers across our paint pods here. So smoke them if you got them. If you don't smoke, drink it if you got it. Agua, por favor. Oh. Alrighty. Eat it if you got it. Pet it if you have it. These numbers are staggered. They're not straight across the board. I wouldn't go changing them unless you want to forget the paint codes and stuff. The paint codes are not the same as paints that you're used to, like white, just, the basics, say like the basic primaries, etc. They're a mixture of random different colors. So to try to figure out what exactly that is, say tangerine, orange, a little bit of yellow, a little fire, I don't know. To try to figure out, like I tried to do a deep dive, numberartist.com, to figure out what exactly like the numbers are. So when you watch professional painters, they'll tell you, oh, this is titanium white. Okay, well, it may not be titanium white here. It may be mimetic polyalloy, liquid metal, white. I don't know. That's from Terminator 2. Guess you had to have been there. So, yeah, red. Well, that's not quite red. It may be apple red. Yeah, but apples come in different colors, like yellows and greens. Well, I don't know then. It is what it is. Sons of mother fathers. So, yeah, I like these. Some of the greens come up to me. They look like avocado dip, guacamole. I think that's what Mike had said. It looked like guacamole, guac. So if I'm going to call it guacamole or olive drab or who the heck knows? LOL. I wouldn't be surprised if they just give them random numbers so people can't copy the sets. Ah, see? Jaws T. Being scientific and all. I see. I like it. Works for me. I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, it doesn't. I don't. The thing is there's so many of these paint by number companies out there that I don't know. But the one thing that kind of tripped me out of finding out was that all the paintings that are created are all AI made. So like when YouTube asks me if I added AI in my live stream or anything like that, I didn't personally. But when you ask like number artists, like who's the artist that painted this picture? They say, everyone. I'm sorry, what? Everyone painted this picture. It's just a mishmash of other artists. No particular artist painted it. So basically they say, okay, we want a Cascade haven. We want a waterfall somewhere, be it in the Amazon or in a forest or something. So they type it into like a chat GPT type thing, right? We want, what's popular right now? Waterfalls are popular right now. The Amazon, or something like that. And it generates an image. It generates an image. Now this is more of a fantasy as far as it's more stylized. It's reality based, but if you look at the way the colors are and the way there's not individual leaves on the trees, it's just kind of a mush. They call it stylized. So it's like a stylized realism. But I've seen it and I go, wow, that's just beautiful. I love landscapes personally. So, but yeah, as far as they're procedurally generated, that's what it says. Procedure, like video games are procedurally generated. Landscapes, it's always changing, right? That's how these paint things work, these paint by numbers. So they don't have to give one artist credit. they can just give their Grok or their Chat GBT or whatever credit, I guess. Either way, it still comes out as a beautiful paint by numbers set. So it should be fun. It should be extremely frustrating and challenging. It's a 5-star rating on this, so be prepared to rip out whatever hair you have if you have any. But if you can use it as a meditative kind of relaxation place to be, that's what my goal is for you. My goal is to get you to just chill out and breathe, relax, pet a pussycat if you happen to have one. And just, yeah, it's all shenaniganery. That's what I say. So with that being said, let's get cracking. We'll start off by finding the number ones, which number ones look like this kind of orangish color. And remember again, even though you have a 26 set palette here, there's no guarantee that, you know, when you find a number on here to paint, that there isn't going to be more than one number. Like in the previous painting I did, we got to number 7 and there were only 2 number 7s on the entire canvas. It happens. So we have our water to clean our brushes. I personally wear nitrile gloves because I'm a messy chimpanzee and I will end up finger painting. I will be covered in paint. If I don't wear gloves, I will be covered. Now, even though this is acrylic, you know, it's not fatal, but it certainly can be toxic. Every once in a while you'll breathe some of this wonderful Chinese paint and you'll go, I think I'm gonna pass out now. And we're back. So yeah, make sure you're in a well-ventilated area while you're doing your painting the painter tins. Trying to get these paint brushes out of here. So I'm just gonna grab 3. I'm back here. 3. Let's see. Nope, gotta grab one of the little ones. I can already tell that some of these paintbrush hairs are kind of all over the place. So I'm gonna reach into my bag of tricks here, find my little scissors, if I can find it. Here they are. 2 things that I keep with me, 3 things that I keep with me is a magnifying glass because I'm old and it's hard to find numbers. So I keep a magnifying glass with me. I keep a little nose hair trimmer in case them nose hairs need to be nosed. And I bought one of these things here, these little acrylic paint markers, so that in case I paint a pigment that's see-through, translucent, I can take this marker and say, paint out a line or paint out a number, and it'll come out this just white color here. So I keep that nearby, but right out of the gate, I take the little hair trimmer and I'll look at the paintbrush and I can see that random hair that's sticking up there. Can I pull it off? I cannot. So I will come in here, give this little bad boy a trim. Okay. There we go. Don't want any stray hairs on your paintbrush, or as you're painting along, it'll go elsewhere. So just keep the little scissors nearby. Okay. Should be good to go there. Always keep some handy dandy little paper towel wipes. I like these. These are either Bounty or one of those freaking brands, I don't know. But they come in a full sheet. Then you can break it down these little squares. And it's very good to, wipe off your paintbrushes. if they get too mucky with paint or they get dirty. And I always wash off my paintbrushes between each coat and change of color, because you don't want to drag, unless the colors are similar, it's okay, but you don't want to drag, say, an orange into a green and start throwing things off. All right, so right out of the gate, we're going to start looking for number ones. This is our number one paint. So the unboxing and the tutorial have concluded. However, we'll be doing step-by-step throughout the painting. This is this number one paint here. It's kind of an orange or a peach or an apricot or somebody that we know's hair, face. Okay, number ones. If you were a number one, where would you be? Well, right out of the gate, I'm blind, so we're gonna put on our spectacles here. All right, number one. Do we have number ones at the bottom? We are looking. We are looking. I have a bunch of number sevens. They look like a number one, but they are not a number one. Okay, so looking at the painting, I only see a few spots. Well, this is kind of a reddish color. Where would that be located? So there's the waterfall. There's the trees over there. So if you were a number, yep. All right. Number one is up higher here. So number one, right over here. And I apologize if my hands are shaking. I'm an old chimpanzee and poop happens. I'm holding the camera with my left hand while I paint with my right. And I am not painting within the lines. I am all over the place. I am not a professional painter, though I play one on TV. So, do you have to be an artist to paint by numbers? You absolutely do not. If you're colorblind, it's probably going to be a little difficult, but just note that your full color painting for yourself or for everyone else is going to be grays and blacks. For you, I guess, depending on how you see it. Paint within the lines is preferred, but if you can't do it, then it is what it is. There's a number one over here. And when I go and switch to other colors, sometimes I'll have missed a number one somewhere else. So I'll go back to it. Just out of OCD, I will go back to it. All right, looking to see, I'm going up top here to see if I can find any more number ones. Look like the only number ones were those three. And the way they pulled this canvas over, this is another reason why you'll probably want to have this painting framed on your own, because some of these numbers are pulled too tight over the side. And there's numbers on the side here, which could have been on the center of the canvas. They didn't center it very well when they did it. They just sort of mass produced it. Yeah. So you may want to just buy the linen yourself, the painting, paint by numbers yourself, and then have it framed at your particular store so that they can frame it better. Okay, still looking for a number one. Not looking good for the home team. I don't know, some of these things are tiny little number fours and then larger number fours. We're looking for numero uno. XIONLOL said hi. Hello there. I don't know how to spell your name. I don't even know how to phonetically say your name. But whatever you have there is very interesting. So let's go to your channel and see here. Zion? Is it Zion? Zion? Is that what it looks like? Zion. Very anime driven. What you kind of have anime type goodies on there? Zion. Oh, okay. How you doing there? Hope you can hear me. Hope everything is good there. Okay. So still looking for number ones. And we have the number one up here, which is that little orange spot, and two little number ones right here. So that's that one spot right there. And then right there. Can we find any more number ones? What about these rocks over here? Any number ones in here? You know, I am not seeing any more number one, so we'll switch to number two, which I don't even know if there's going to be a number two because the number two looks so similar to the number one. This is the number one. This is the number two, which looks like it has just a little bit more red or yellow in it. Okay. Oh, number two. Got a deeper orange here. Okay, let's see if we can find any number twos. I don't see anything in the painting indicating a number, this brightish number two. I mean, it's pretty sunny. It's because of the tree canopies, there's a lot of shadow in here, but it looks like it's an afternoon. It's not a morning or a night. If it was a morning, there'd be more yellows in this painting. If it was obviously a night, you wouldn't see any of the coloring in the trees. So we'll assume that the sun is out that direction, coming down this way, because the reflection of the sky is certainly on the water. You know, the clouds will indicate the white, kind of frothy, and then the actual water itself would come from the sky. Get a deeper pool right here. But as far as this orange color, this number two here, we'll just start scanning with our eyeballage to see if we can find any number twos. Again, if I can't find any, it's just my eyes can't focus on it, as there's a ton of numbers here. And some of them are tinier than others. We can even use our giant spectacle critter thing. Uh-oh. Looks like we got to recharge our doohickey here. All right, let's scan around and see if we can find any number twos here. Was it number threes? Number threes. Looking. Looking up into the sky. Do you see any number twos? I see threes, fours, fives, sixes, and sevens. As far as number twos. Aha! Huzzah! I have found two number twos. All right, let's wipe off Mr. Paintbrush. They're right next to the number ones. So we're looking at a highlight and a shadow next to. So we have our two here. Number two here. I got some more stray hairs coming off of this paintbrush. So we're gonna trim these things out. Thought I got it, but I guess I didn't. Are we out? Good enough? Okay. All right. Number dos. That's a number 9 around it. All right, see if there's any more number 2s. Or is it just that spot? There are no number 2s next to the other one that we did. So I can't even imagine what this is that would have this orange color. Maybe it's just some type of plant that was trying to grow there. Some type of flower, but it got eaten up by the moss around it, I guess. But there's just a hint of color. I am looking around and not seeing any number 1s or number 2s. Okay, I think that may have been it. So we got just a little hint of color, and that was about it. Zion, do you paint? The name like Zion, I would think that you're creative somehow. You do have a YouTube channel, so I didn't happen to notice any content on there, but it's possible that it's set to private. I mean, you can, you know, some channels will look for subscribers, some channels will look for members. So you do speed painting? Okay, so I questioned that I can't see any of your content on your channel, but some people, like I said, some people have subscribers and they keep everything open. And then some channels will do memberships, so only members can see the art. I don't see anything. There's 0 content on here. So are you hiding everything, or is everything set to private? You deleted your videos. How would you do that? I don't know. Starving artist? No. Conscientious? No. Did you get copyright strikes? Why did you delete your videos? I guess I don't really need to ask that. Could be a personal thing. All right, so we are going to move on to number 3. Number 2 was this orange, and we are going the opposite spectrum here and going right to this, like a baby blue or a sky blue or a linen blue or jet black if you're colorblind, I guess. Let's see. Let's say very light, airy blue. Okay. Let's get our little Painty McPainter brush. Already cleaned off. So we are looking for number 3. Number 3. There's a number 3 right out of the gate here. A little triangle. Hands are shaking brutally. Number 26 is a black, so even though I went off the line there, the number 6 will cover it up. All right, let's see if we can find any more 3s down yonder here. Here we go. Another shark's tooth shape. So generally, if you've watched me in my art, whether it be painting or building models or playing video games, you'll notice that I have a lot of issues with pareidolia, which is seeing reality in random objects, I guess. And sometimes the shapes that I'm painting here will remind me of certain things, like this looks like a table lamp, the gooseneck of a table lamp here. But, you know, I think, you know, using pareidolia in your paintings is good. It makes people think, gives people an open mind. Here's like a teardrop shape. Makes you question, like, whose decision it was to make that shape that you're painting. Why does it have to be a teardrop and not just a circle or an oval? This is like a Bowie knife or a Bowie knife. I mean, you might as well have fun if you're gonna paint or do anything. You might as well make it fun, right? What a little happy tree over here. Weird looking shape right here. So we are definitely finding number threes here. There is a number three. Number three. Number three, where are you? Where are you, little number three? Oh, there's a whopper of a number three here. Let's see, where did you go? I saw you gone. Looking. I found a different number three. Here it is. It's like a river within a lake, within a waterfall, within a... Careful with the number four. Okay. I used to do paintings like these, but I gave my finished work to my cousins when I moved. Well, that's cool. But you live streamed or you uploaded content of your paintings at one time, right? So do you live stream or upload any content like video games or anything? Or just kind of the channel is just kind of there? It's just there. An inactive channel is the word I was thinking of. I have an inactive channel. Like my first YouTube channel before I knew how to even run a YouTube channel, I think it sits at like 100 or maybe 7 subscribers. That one basically, yeah, that's an inactive channel. It's got some content on it, but the most part, it's pretty much inactive. Like this one here, this Real Talk Champ. This one's the most active YouTube. My Twitch, I'm banned from Twitch and TikTok. So those channels are stagnant and pretty much shut down. And Kick and Facebook and Instagram, all those things, I don't really use them anymore. I'm not all into the social media stuff anymore. I prefer to communicate in person if I can. Let's see, it was when I was a kid. The videos were, okay. Oh, that's cool. I'm still a kid. I'm an almost 60-year-old kid, so I can't use that line when I'm bored. I'm just a kid and only Sammy likes me, maybe, because I feed him. And yeah. Okay. I'm a kid when they used to have Toys R Us, but I think it's gone now. They used to have the Toys R Us. I didn't have any kids, so I'd always go in there and play with every toy I could find. And people, oh, you're getting this for your kids? Yeah. Yeah, this big old RC car? Yeah, it's for my 6-year-old. My 8-year-old, I meant. Yeah, I'm getting it for my kids. I'm the freaking kid that's going to be playing with that RC car. I'll have you know, sir. Or any other kind of toys, like grab a whole bunch of Legos and stuff and start building. But now they have like professional competitions. They're going to make Legos a freaking sport in the Olympics, for crying out loud. So, there's a 3 out here. 3 right here. But this is all for hobby. This is all for hobby. I'm not doing this. I'm not even getting paid for this. My channel does not have monetization, and it never will. I have no interest in a monetized channel. Too much dealing with taxes alone is a pain in the ass. I don't want to deal with more taxes. So I don't have a monetized channel. The store that I made with my, like my shirts and random stuff, anybody that purchases that stuff, everything gets donated to charities. I don't take anything. People that will send tips and stuff like that, I send it all to Michael, the moderator, because he needs a PlayStation Plus. He needs a new PlayStation. You can tip him. Tip the moderators. Don't tip Real Talk Chimp. If anything, it'll just go to Sammy. Sammy's my manager anyway. And Sammy, you say? Who is Sammy? Yes, although my inner child is my inner monkey, but technically this would be my child, but since he's older than me, I guess he's my dad. Hey, Sam. Thank you. So whenever I need to call on an adult to help me with my painting or building, I call on Sammy. He usually flips me the bird, which sounds about right for a cat. But yeah, my inner monkey comes out quite often, being a chimpanzee that I am. If your inner monkey comes out, then, oh, it's playtime, sir. Oh, yes, it's playtime. So before doing paint by numbers, I actually painted, airbrush painted, sculpt, you name it, I did it. The paint by numbers stuff now is just a way to chill out. Paint somebody else's art for a change. All right, so I'm gonna flip the canvas upside down because I can. Otherwise, you're never gonna be able to see what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna be looking at 3s upside down. And here we go right here. I refuse to exert myself. So if I can turn the canvas to the side that's easier to paint, that's what I'm gonna do. I am not like everyone else. I am an individual chimp. And I am always down for some shenaniganry. Doing my best to try to stay within the lines, but I make no guarantees that I can. And since I mean, sometimes I'll give away this art. I would never sell it. And I don't want to be monetized for it because, again, it's not my art. If anybody else is selling their paint by numbers stuff, I mean, granted, yes, I'm the one doing the work, but again, it's still not my art. I would never sell it or put it in a gallery because that's just cheating. I'm not going to do that. But there are companies that will pay you to paint by numbers for other people who can't, that just want the painted art. They don't want to deal with all the mess and cleanup and such. So even numberartist.com has a list of people that they can contact. So let's say I wanted to paint for them and get a paycheck from them, right? I will paint pictures for their clients who buy the art for whatever they charge, and I'll get a paycheck for painting pictures for people. I'm not going to do that, but there is that opportunity for people out there that want to do that. So interesting, but not my thing. But yeah, it is there. So you can consider that. Admirable jobs that I've done in my past have been things like books on tape or reading for the blind, stuff like that, and I don't get paid for it, just volunteer. I consider that karma, that's the payment. a little bit of karma. All right, still looking for some number 3s on here. We'll flip the canvas around again. Let's see what we can find. Okay, so we have definitely 3s in the water area. Let's continue looking on the sides because this is a reflection color, and I found a number 1. All right, let me paint this little number 1 that I found, but it will probably lose again. Let's see. Sammy is super chill. It's about 100 degrees outside with 100% humidity, and this guy forces me to leave the door open, the glass door open. He doesn't actually go out. He's basically halfway in and halfway out right now. But that glass door is a door that could potentially be blocking his passageway. So even though it's so freaking hot out there, he still has control of that passageway. Right, Sammy? That's right. And Sammy is a chatter type kitty. He's like a Maine Coon. He's not a Maine Coon, but he's like a Maine Coon. So he's always talking about something. He's got a huge vocabulary, and he is quite the chatter monkey. So, all right. Sometimes this phone will slip down off the gimbal that I'm using. So that's why generally I hold it when I paint, but I need to hold the canvas right now because of where this number 1 is located. That's that. Let's see if there are any more that are going to jump out here. Number 1s. No. All right. We'll go back and paint these number 3s. If more number 1s or number 2s pop out, we will certainly paint them. Okay, number 3. They make the canvas with the lines and numbers and send them to the client. Yes, or you can choose on their website which one you want. Now they also have like this particular, well, like I said, there's DIYarts.com, there's numberartist.com. I think I've come across at least 100 of these paint by numbers, website places where you buy like 3 and get 1 free type of thing, and that's kind of like what I did. I bought on this particular one, I bought 3, got 1 free, got a set of paintbrushes, got the easel that I'm painting on, etc. So yeah. But they also have a cool thing, and all the different, because they're all Chinese made companies here. They're all, I haven't found one in the US yet. But you have the ability to send them a picture, upload a picture of whatever you want, and then you can paint it. So like I want to get a really good picture of Sammy, and then I'm going to upload that to them and do a 24 paint set of Sammy. I mean, Sammy is what? Black, brown, gray, tan. Sammy, what color are your eyes? Yeah, he won't tell me that. Okay. His eyes obviously change different shades, like a chameleon, kind of. But so that's what I'm thinking of doing on my next set, is uploading a picture of Sammy and then making a paint by numbers set of Sammy. I also thought about like my tattoos, like having my buddy take a picture of, say, like my arm or my back, and then doing a paint by numbers of my tattoos for poops and giggles. Yeah, I don't know. The majority of, actually all the tattoos that are on my body are all designed by me, but tattooed by other people. But I physically drew or paint them up. Like when I first got the very first tattoo, I didn't pull it off of a wall. I specifically looked it up. Obviously I didn't have the internet back then, but looked it up in the library or whatever to see what it is. And I pretty much had an idea of what I wanted to do. Like originally I wanted to go Yakuza and get all Japanese art, but then when I heard stories of Americans getting bumped off in Japan for having Japanese tattoos, you're not supposed to do that. Just like the Maori tattoos that you see in like the Polynesian eras, you know, those are for, you know, warriors. For warriors. I get it if you're a soldier, you know, but maybe you're not Polynesian or Maori or. But some tattoos, you know, are just illustrations, while others have meanings. All of mine have meanings. Most of mine, the majority of mine are astrological type of signs. I watched a movie last night, came on YouTube, free movies. Movie came out in 1969 or 67 called The Illustrated Man, which if you're on YouTube, look up free movies, The Illustrated Man. It's a Ray Bradbury movie, and it's a movie in like 5 different parts, and it's these two hobos that meet up just on the road. One dude's covered from head to toe in tattoos. The other guy's just a random guy. But the guy that's got all the tattoos says the woman that did all the tattoos was a seductress. She was like, you know, a gypsy, and she put life into all the tattoos. So when people look at the tattoos, they can see their future or their past in the tattoos. It's a really interesting concept of a Ray Bradbury, multiple things, but yeah, anyway, I went off on a tangent, sorry. Yeah, when you watch like these TV shows, like these tattoo shows about people that have mistakes, the mistakes done, like, I want my wife's name across my back. You don't want to do that. You don't want to ever put your lover, your girlfriend, your wife, or any of that stuff. Maybe your children, sure, but, and then they give them a name, but the person's drunk at the time or whatever, and slurring the word, and it's supposed to be John, John, but it comes Joss or something, and they get it all completely screwed up. That makes me laugh. It's messed up for the person that has to wear it for the rest of their life. But those name flubs are always entertaining. Or something that's in reverse, like an artist is supposed to put, the image on the skin, but sometimes when they're running it through their machine to get the stencil, it reverses it and mirrors it, and if the guy's not paying attention, he'll tattoo that reversed image on the skin. And now it'll look right if you look in the mirror, but it won't look right, if you're just looking at it. So the mistakes of tattoos and illustrations can be hilarious. Messed up for people, but hilarious. Unfortunately, I have one on my back where the guy had to have been drunk when he was tattooing me, because I will never get another portrait on my back. I have a portrait of my mom. I gave the guy the photograph, and he still screwed up the nose so badly that she basically looks like a watermelon. She looks like a very angry tarantula. So, and it can't be covered and it can't be reworked because the guy screwed it up so badly. But poop happens, unfortunately. Poop happens. Just like me trying to paint within the lines here. Poop is certainly happening to me here. We are still on number 3s. We are inside the waterfall here. Painting water. For the standpoint of water, we're painting water. We are on August 10th today, and I've been watching a lot of NASA channel and the Weather channel and stuff. And if you plan to be around on August 12th, which is in 2 days, we are going to have 4 celestial events that are supposed to be phenomenal. Not only are we having a meteor shower, planets are aligning, we're having a solar eclipse, and then something else. I don't remember what the 4th one was. You can probably look it up and find out. But this is all supposed to happen between the 12th and the 14th. And you can see it anywhere in the world, which doesn't make sense because normally you have to be on one side or the other to be able to see events. But according to these space peoples, they all think it's not an end of the world scenario. It's nothing like that. But they all think that alien ships are also going to land. Cool. I'm down for that. I hope they're all as cool as like Paul, when Seth Rogen voiced Paul. You know, if you saw that movie, it's free on YouTube right now. In fact, YouTube movies, Paul. That was a pretty funny movie. But yeah, there's 4 celestial events that are supposed to happen on the 12th. And it doesn't matter if you're in Europe, India, Asia, or the United States. You should be able to see every event that's going to happen. So the 12th is going to be on a Wednesday. I may live stream for that. I don't have any filters for my phone. Speaking of my phone, I just found a number 1. Has nothing to do with my phone, but I did find a number 1. Like I said, so I'm going to go back because of my OCD. I am going back. Son of a mother, father. That's why I wear gloves. That's why I wear gloves, because I stick my finger in the freaking paint every single time. And I always stick my hand down on the canvas somewhere and then end up covering the canvas in a color that I don't want. Okay. Where did I find that number 1? I seen it. Looking. So being of chimpanzee brained, I have a tendency of going off on tangents and need to be reeled back in by people's conversations or a cattle prod. I will babble about random things, trivia that you never knew existed, because everything that I've learned in the last 50 plus years has become mush in my brain and therefore gets spilled out when I'm painting or live streaming or whatever. Well, you know what I like? Sticking your finger in paint is delightful. And then Sammy will often jump up here and give us his paw of approval. Sammy has done paw by numbers before, stuck his hand right in the paint, and then, Sammy, are you my paw by numbers kitty? Flick of a tail, see? Sammy knows. Sammy's just chilling, bro. Sammy's like, yo, hang 10, bro, I'm just chilling. If Sammy had a surfboard, you know he would be just on a longboard, just chilling at the beach with the other homies, right? Sammy would be just, Sammy's all about just chilling and vibing. And unless it's like 3 o'clock in the morning when he's bouncing off the walls. Right? Right? If you were at number 3 and it looks like we painted all of you. Oh, no, I found a number. Oh, now I'm finding number 3s. All right, so I don't find the number 3s in the water anymore. No. Let's go off to the right here and see if we can find any more number 3s. How about down here? Scanning. So I'm curious, those of you that are chatting with me, can you give me a hint on where you are on the planet? That would be helpful as well. Oh, here's a number 3 all the way out over here, right next to a number 4, which is interesting. It's shaped like a yin and yang. Very cool. All right, that was it. Wow, my phone is radiating some heat off of here. It's also probably 100 degrees in the room right now, so okay, we're looking. Oh, there we go. We have a Cynthia from Australia, a Zion from Hong Kong. Outstanding. Very cool. Very, very cool. You know, it's every time so YouTube asks you your location, right? Whenever you're going to upload content or whatever, YouTube asks you for your location. And what I do is like in the location part, I don't obviously write my location in there. So like yesterday I was building the little 3D wooden puzzle of a Japanese restaurant. So what I typed in the location was the actual, like the puzzle was like Kakugawa, somewhere Japan. And I toped that. The word of the day is toped. Translated, typed, and I don't know what it means. So just erase that from your brain. That was a Freudian slip. I typed the name of the city and Japan into it. And I noticed that a lot of the people that were coming to watch me build this model kit were from Japan. So I guess that location, when you type that location into YouTube, that's where the algorithm goes in that direction, I guess. So this time I didn't type any location in there, so that's pretty cool. We got Hong Kong and Australia in here. That's awesome. I don't remember where Jaws said he was from, or if Jaws is still here. Jaws, T, are you still here? I know you probably said something in the past, but I don't recall, because the lovely snowy owl, which I thought was from New Zealand, ended up being from Scotland. So it's 9:11 in the AM for Cynthia. Look at that. Look at that image. That is interesting. No content on that channel, but still, whenever you have a Google account, whenever you make an email, since Google bought YouTube, if you make a Gmail account, you automatically get a YouTube channel, automatically, for free. Before YouTube was even owned by Google, that had to been a totally separate app. But now anybody that has a Gmail account gets a free YouTube channel. So if you happen to have 10 Gmail accounts, then you have 10 YouTube channels. I think I may have screwed this one up right here. I think I'm painting number 4 when this should be number 3. The number 3 was here, and then I saw the 4 right below it. Here's a number 3, so I'll have to go back on the reference and take a look. Dude, it is hot outside there, Sam. And you're letting in flies, bro. That's not cool. I know it's going to give you something to chase around tonight, but still not cool, bro. Broskies. Okay, there's number 3 right here. So generally, I do like between 2 and 4 hour sessions when I do these episodes. And when I'm doing painting, I usually do paint pods 1 through 5 for one episode, 6 through 10 for the next episode, 11 through 15 or whatever. That's how I do the episodes. But if I'm doing a 1 or 2 and there's just no paint pod, then I'll go a little bit farther. So right now, we're only in an hour right now of basically a 3 hour. So we may be able to get a lot of this done, although depending on these number 3s here. I got more 3s over here. So, okay. Surprisingly, this paint is super thick. You can buy an acrylic thinner to thin out your paints, or you can use a little bit of water and mix your water in. But what water does different than thinner is water, for some reason, maybe it's the molecules in it, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but it will thin out the paint, yes, but it will also change the pigment color. So don't use too much water in there. All right, thinner may do the same thing because it's a chemical, but I don't bloody know, because I am not a chemist, nor do I play one on TV. All right, what the hell am I doing? I'm looking for number 3s. Number 3s. These numbers are so tiny, they're messing with my brain. There's a helicopter outside. So we got various fires burning around us. That is a very loud helicopter. I don't know if you can hear it. Most likely I'll put music in the background when I upload this to YouTube later. So you probably won't hear that helicopter that just flew over. I don't know. But yeah, we have various fires around us, so helicopters and air tankers are cruising by. And we haven't been told to evacuate, which is good. Yeah, it's hot outside, hot in here. How hot is it in Australia right now, Cynthia? It's 9:11 in the morning there, so is it a cool 9/11 in the morning, or is it like a 1,000-degree 9/11 in the morning? As well as Zion, it's 7 a.m. in Hong Kong. So what is the temperature out there? And are you in like humidity? Or is it desert-like? I have never been to China. I don't know. Hong Kong's in China, right? It's not in Australia, or is it? I don't think so. I failed geology. I don't know. I made funny. Did you catch it? Gotta catch them all them funnies. All right, we're looking for number 3s in all the wrong places. I'm gonna flip the canvas over again and try to look up and away on my beautiful balloon. I'm gonna look for number 3s out up in the sky here, or out in the trees. Southern China. It's humid and hot morning. Oof. But you've got monkeys that live out there, don't you? Do you have monkeys that live in that climate? Like monkeys on the loose, not monkeys that are in people's houses. China's got monkeys, I'm almost certain. I know China's got tigers. China's got monkeys, right? Maybe not in the cities. They may be controlled. But out and about, you could swipe a monkey, right? Put the monkey in your house. So let me ask you a question. You live in China, therefore you have what I would consider Chinese food, like noodles, rice, and like fried shrimp and dumplings and stuff like that. I call it Chinese food. Do you call it just food? I know there should have been a rim shot somewhere around there, but I don't happen to have one nearby, so. It is I think a common question. People that live in any culture that, American food, there really isn't any American food. It all comes from other cultures, and then it comes here. Native American foods would be like ground wheat and corn and, maybe a buffalo you took out. I can't really call that American food. I'd call that indigenous, I guess Native America to North America, but not United States or anything like that. But other countries bring their culture, bring their food, bring their spices. And yet here in America, we say, I'm going to go get me some Chinese food. But if I had my Chinese friend with me, would he just say, I'm going to go get some food? I say that in the hillbilliest way I possibly can. I'm not a racist, nor do I play one on TV. I'm not trying to be. I'm just asking. It's just food. There's different noodles, rice, and dumplings. It's not a Chinese. I've tried Japanese, Thai, Vietnamese, and Korean. See? Right, other countries. So you can't really say, okay, right, am I going to go get Vietnamese food today? I'm going to get Thai food today. I'm going to go to Korean barbecue. Right. So generally, would you just say, instead of I'm going, that also throws you off, because if you say, okay, I'm going to get barbecue, that could mean steak, could mean baked potatoes. But if you're going to get Korean barbecue, that's a different style of how the food is prepared. Be it any other country that barbecues the food or puts it in a wok, or puts it on an open grill, or puts it in a bowl, or puts it on a grill or in an oven, right? What do you call it? I'm just going to get some food. I'm going to the grocery store and I'm getting some food. Doesn't mean it's a nationality type of food. It is a food that's going to go into my belly and eventually into my toilet. It's food. By the way, I have a 3 all the way up in the sky up here because I have the canvas flipped around. So I'm going to paint this critter right here. I was babbling so much I completely forgot what the hell I was doing. All right. That number 3. Part of the sky coming through this. This number 23 is white, so it's like a fog going through this Amazonial type doohickey thingamajig. All right, any more number 3s? Looking. You may be able to switch to 4 if I can't find any more 3s. Oh, I found a 3. Right here. Is a 3 right here. Right here. So here's a fun question. Are you born and raised in you said, let me see, in southern China? Are you born and raised there? Or are you born in America and you're just traveling abroad for work or military or whatever? Are you born and raised there? Because the next question to follow will make sense. Or maybe it won't make sense, I don't know. Born and raised in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, where you're born and raised, in the location that you're at, do you have a confection? To most humans, that would be a candy. A candy is sweet. A confection that's different than any other country. So like if you were to go to, say, Switzerland to get some of their chocolate, that has a taste completely different than, say, a chocolate in London or in Istanbul. In Hong Kong, do you have a candy that you can straight up say that this is awesome? I could live on this if I had to. Is there a candy there in one of your shops that is specifically made there? a confection. Sammy perked up when I said candy. Sammy thinks it's treats. What do you see over there, Sammy? Are you going to look for treats? Are you looking for treats, Sammy? You want a cookie? No. All right. This candy sounds so much like treats. All right, I am still scanning this canvas looking for number 3 to paint. Looking. I found one. Let's see if I can point the camera up over there so that you can see what I'm painting. I'm leaning back in the chair. All right, I think I got it. All right, anything else? Can we switch to number 4, do you think? Or are we gonna stay at number 3 and try to find more number 3s? Looking. I am stumped. Okay, I'm not seeing any more 3s, so I think we're gonna switch to number 4. Going once. Going twice. I think there's gotta be more 3s. There's just gotta be more 3s in here. That 5 looked just like a 3. Mr. Crazy's running around. There is a candy which is packaged like medicine, like the foil and plastic cover. There's also a milk-flavored candy we call the Big White Bunny candies. Are these something that's sold in America? It's like something I could find on the internet? And the reason why I ask this question is, like Cynthia in Australia, so when I used to, play video games, I would meet people from all over the world, obviously. And whether we were in a clan together, group, team, squad, what have you, we'd be friends. So I had met like an Australian guy, met a guy that was in Geelong, Australia, or one that was on the opposite end. And we would have questions and debates like this, talking about different foods and different convections and things like that. And he was telling me, the one in Australia was telling me about these candy bars that is made in the town that he lives in, these candy bars that taste different than any candy bar he's ever had, different than like a Hershey's candy bar type of thing. And then I just, I'd go on the internet and search. You can find obscure type of things, obviously, on the internet, like foods and obviously candies and stuff like that. And I'm always down to find stuff like that. I remember finding this sucker that used to have little black widows in it. Like they actually took a black widow, well, like a tequila worm, where they have tequila and they drop the worm inside there, right? Well, there's this candy with black widows and like heads of rattlesnakes, and they would dip it in there and solidify it. And I mean, to me, that seems really toxic and deadly to, because what if there's still poison inside of the critter? But I guess that's the craziness of buying that candy, right? Are you gonna live to tell the tale? I don't know. But I'm always curious about things like that. Suckers with scorpions in them. That's what I told Mike. Mike lives out in the desert and often comes across scorpions. I told him to start grabbing all the scorpions and tossing them into some confection, make some candy with them scorpions. Why not? You got so many of them. Why not share with everyone else? Son of a mother father. But yeah. And now if I can buy it, huh? You can find it on the internet. Did you type in the name of said candy? I mean, worst comes to worst, it'll get flagged by YouTube if it's a word that YouTube doesn't like, but speaking of candy, which this has nothing to do with candy, I assume that, while you're typing in perfect English there, you must also type in a certain dialect of Chinese language. Is there any other languages that you know? And or if you can watch my previous live stream and try to figure out what Richard 1287 was typing. I can't say if it was Japanese, Chinese, Taiwanese, whatever. The symbols there were some Oriental symbols, but I asked the people that were watching, can somebody translate that on Google? Because I don't have the ability to do it on the fly because I'm using my phone to live stream. So sometimes the live chat will translate automatically for me if somebody is typing in their language. Like sometimes somebody's typing in German, it'll automatically in the chat, it'll translate it for me. But they didn't translate whatever he typed into there. Sometimes I'll get different Arabic type writing and I won't be able to. I will not be able to understand that. Of course, if you see or anyone sees, or if you're in the chat and you see a foreign language that's something that you can understand and translate, if you help a brother out and translate for me, that would be greatly appreciated. If it turns out to be something that's trolling, violent, racist, or anything like that, you don't have to respond. I mean, you can just type, no, thank you. Because I do get trolled quite often, which is a shame because it's all about good vibes, I think. All right, I don't see threes anymore. Okay, so there we go. You got an interesting symbol to the left of the big white rabbit. Red packet candy glass. There, what is that symbol there? I mean, to me, it looks like an upside down triangle on a line with an A right below it. What is that symbol? Up, up and away on my beautiful kitty. There it is again. Glasses, candies, the medicine-like candies, okay. Look, it's Michael Contreras 9070. Speak of the devil. Are your ears burning, Michael, when I was talking about the scorpions and candy? And there goes Michael. It makes sense since I just had the hiccups, so. All right, so I'm not finding any more threes. I'm sure there are threes, but I am not finding them. So I'm going to switch to 4. 4 is still fairly close to number 3. Here is number 3. Number 4 is just a little bit darker than number 3. We're still in the boop, 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 in the blue. I got the hiccups. No, there's like barely any paint in here. Weird. Okay. Oh, paint all over the phalanges. The upside down triangle symbol is the Chinese word for big. Okay, I know Mandarin and Cantonese. Oh, very cool. Okay. These are native spoken languages, but you write in perfect English or perfect American, is how I'm seeing it. So write a sentence in Chinese that says, I am watching Real Talk Chimp on YouTube. Type that in either Mandarin or Cantonese or both, please. All right, I'm switching to number 4. So let's see what we got here. Number 4, we got some number 4s. I just realized I took off my spectacles. Okay, number 4 is down over here. Careful, you got a 25 and a 17. Right there. There is a number 4 here. A number 4 here. Oh, I went way off into the 14 by accident there. What color is 14? Should be able to cover up. This is what I'm currently painting right here. It's called Cascade Haven. It's a waterfall, multiple waterfalls over stones, and it kind of looks like an Amazon type of foliage and trees around it. But I can't be certain because when I typed it into the internet, it didn't have a location for me. It just said waterfalls over rocks. It didn't translate it though. If you type that in Mandarin, it's in English on mine. That again, it still came out in English. I don't see it in actual writing of those Chinese languages. And that may be because of my settings, possibly. Yeah, I was hoping that Michael was going to translate the writing that was on the screen from yesterday, but no, no such monkey. All right, Mike, you're going to China and you're bringing back a monkey. They would probably be better off going to South America and bringing back a capuchin monkey. Okay, this is number 4 here. Oh, okay. Don't have, okay. Son of a mother, father. Nose is dripping in the heat. Number 4. Oh, I went all over the place. Oh, son of a mother, father. I think the heat is getting to me. And the translation, a Real Talk Champ might be Mandarin or Cantonese. I can't see it. It's translating it in English. If you typed it in Chinese symbols, I cannot see it. All right, number 4. Number 4. That's 24. That doesn't help. That's 14. Where did you go, Sam? Where are you, monkey? Holy mother of monkey jello, I am melting. I'm melting. Here's a number 4 right here, little itty bitty tiny number 4. Here is a bigger number 4 all over the place. Mike, you're going to China as an ambassador, and you're bringing back candy as well as a monkey and a panda bear. They're bringing us back a panda bear. I killed a panda. What? What's her name? A panda. All right, just get yourself a box of lye. No, not Amanda. A panda. A panda? Yeah, the cute, cuddly little thing. All right, that was brought to you by Tropic Thunder. Yes, Tropic Thunder. The most memed movie and or... Never mind. I just painted over a 6 by accident. Son of a mother father. YouTube is going to flag my words because I said the K word. Probably give me a copyright strike or something. You're supposed to be about good vibes. You don't say the K word. Yeah, but I was just doing a movie quote, bro. I was just quoting a movie for crying out loud. It's like near impossible to speak the human language without quoting somebody on the planet that has spoke it. There are no original words anymore. Think about that. This is why people cheat when they do their papers and they use the chat GPTs or the Groks or the AI because they can't write on their own anymore. Every time you write just the one word, you get flagged for copyright or plagiarism, you know? Again, which is why I do a paint by numbers, because, yeah, I am painting somebody else's work, or not even somebody else's work because it's computer generated. Hey, Sammy. How you doing? Are you being fluffy? Have you found any squirrels? No squirrels? Okay. All right, number 4. Yeah, my phone is like really heating up. I cleared out the cache and cleared out apps that I didn't need. Started working on the bloatware and such. I've got a Chinese phone. What do you think about that? That's all I've ever had, and I'm fine with it. Macau, Shanghai, Hong Kong syllables. When I hear Macau, the only thing I think about is Now You See Me, Now You Don't, when they go to the magic shop in Macau, China. Right? Is it China or Hong Kong? Macau. Where they go to that magic shop for the eye, the all-seeing eye. It's in Macau. That's like the first and only time I ever heard the word Macau. Other than when I say, I live on a farm, I got some chickens, I got my cow. I guess you had to have been there. That's a 24, that's a 14. This, however, is a 4. That's a 19. Holy monkey jello. It is godly hot. I think I'm on the surface of Mars. I think planet Earth has become Mars. Well, no, that'd be freezing temperature, right? It'd be so hot that you'd freeze to death. Do you think we should be going to Mars? You can't, like, take off your outfit in Mars. You can't go sunbathing in Mars. You would light on fire instantly, disintegrate. Why on earth are we trying to go to Mars? Macau has the name because it is the name of the goddess they worship, aka the goddess for the sea or safe sea travel in the Macau local dialect. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. There's a painting that I want to buy. So I paint a lot of Japanese type paintings because I love Japanese architecture. But there's a painting of Chinese painting of, it's a mountain and it has a bunch of like hut type of, or not huts, but structures that are up on the hill, but they're in Chinese architecture from, I don't know how old they are. They've got to be what? 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, whatever, but they're just, I love the architecture. Even North Korea has that same type of architecture you see in like China and Japan. I love the slanted roof type. I love the temples. I love everything about it. Okay, yeah. I'm still working on number 4s. Yeah, the thing is, I'm going to go check. I have the air conditioning on, but I have not heard it kick on in a while. I am roasting in here. After this painting, I have another building that I'm going to build, another Japanese garden with a building and a bridge and stuff. I think there's a torii gate. But after that building, I've got my last painting that I think you all will get a kick out of. That'll be in 2 weeks that I paint that. I found it and I said, I have to paint this. Normally I paint landscapes, that's what I prefer, landscapes. This one is a landscape, but it has 4 objects in it that will tickle your totem pole, amongst other things. Let's see, the Great Wall. It's most likely to be the Great Wall because it's famous in China. It is the first built in the Qin or Qin dynasty, very long ago, as the defensive structure of the empire, and gradually developed through the centuries until they stopped. Right, like the Great Wall of the United States will be eventually finished in someone's lifetime, and it will be called the Great Wall of the United States, all rotten, dirty, stinking steel rotting away. But the Great Wall of China, and then that's been around for centuries. And that is a modern Marvel genius. Some people say that it's from aliens. It's built by alien technology. Think about the millions of people that put that thing together. All right, number 4s. Let's see if we can find some more. Oh yeah, there's plenty of number 4s here. So I haven't been going to karaoke. I kind of gave up on it. Kind of got burned out. And part of the reason of kind of giving up on the karaoke is the location of where the karaoke is at. It's in these noisy bars. Noisy bars filled with Gen Zers that have to scream over each other to talk and cackle like chickens over shit that they're watching on the internet. They don't even communicate to each other anymore. They sit on their phones. They can sit at home and stare at their phones, but no, you gotta go to a bar and cackle over memes that they see and things that just are irrelevant to you and I. So I'm trying to sing karaoke and hear myself, but I can't hear myself over the cackling hens that are laughing at memes. And I say to these kids when I see them, why don't you put your phone away? Stick it in your purse, put it in your back pocket, and talk human-like to the person that's sitting right next to you. Have you ever thought of that? How weird that would be? By the way, there's cat hair in my paintbrush. I wonder where cat hair could have possibly come from, Sam. Where do you think cat hair could have possibly come from? Okay. I mean, it's not like there's a cat that lives here. Especially driving. Oh my God, driving. I don't know how it is in China, but here in America, at least where I live, the Gen Zers blow through lights and stop signs, honk at you. I was taking a right turn today. I was out. And I was taking a right turn, and there was nobody coming from the left. So I was looking to the left, nobody was coming from the left. I made my right turn, and just as I finished the right turn, there's a dually truck behind me honking and flashing its lights at me. And the guy's screaming out the window, "Hey, what are you doing? Don't you know how to drive?" I'm like thinking in my mind, this dude sped up just to get behind me and start honking at me. And I was on one of these streets that are 15 mile an hour, like a little residential area. And I just casually continued driving, and he kept flashing at me and honking at me. Like, people out here get so hostile that they will pull a gun on you. God forbid you are in their way. It is just so frightening. It's insane. I don't like driving. I don't like it because of the entitled people. And you may own a Tesla, but right now I'm going to make a complaint about Teslas. I don't know if it's the self-driving part of it, but Teslas always have the right of way, apparently, in our world. If you're behind a Tesla, you better get as far away from that thing as you can. They blow through lights. I was crossing the street, and the Tesla blew through the light and almost took me out. And the guy was just sleeping, so I think it was self-driving. He just, had it pedal to the metal. Those things are dangerous. Teslas do not have the right of way. I'm sorry. I don't care how much you spent on that thing, it does not have the right of way. I wish I had like a device, and I know this is going to sound negative, but if it's in the intention to save somebody's life, your life or somebody else's life, then it's not, shouldn't come out as a violent statement. I wish I had a device like a miniature EMP, electromagnetic pulse, that knocks off electricity for somebody who's about to run the light and hit people, pedestrians, or slam into the back of your car because they're not paying attention, etc. I wish I had a device I could just press a button and it would zap that car and shut it off. And it may be unsafe for the driver. This driver's in a pretty good secure cab. They should be fine. But, you know, in situations like that where they're going to run the light and potentially, you know, hit people in the crosswalk, or just feel so entitled that they have to have the right of way, I want a special device that EMPs their car. I think law enforcement that are chasing after cars should have something like that. I know some of these states in the United States have this net that shoots out in front of the police car, and it supposedly ensnarls, and I don't know what the word is, the cars that are in front of them when they're chasing them. But they should have like an EMP type of situation where it's not going to destroy all the other cars around, so they can pinpoint to the car that they're chasing, or the car that's about to, you know, plow through a red light, that you can like pinpoint it, maybe with an antenna or a pointing device, a laser pointing device maybe, and that you can disable that vehicle. Now, I know it would get abused by other people. People would find a way to abuse that technology, obviously, so that they can steal from cars and such. But that's the chance you kind of have to take. Somebody invent it for me. I'm a pacifist, so I don't seek out danger if I don't have to. It finds me. I confess, I confess. Still working on fours here. You may not be able to see what I'm doing because my phone is drooped down, but I will pick it up as soon as I can. here. I'm going to flip the canvas over. Get some water here. You didn't hear that? Oh, okay. They are developing, all right. It says because a guy ran a test on whether they know when to stop when there's sudden obstacles on the road, and China's self-driving cars just crashes into anything without stopping. Right? Well, yeah, this is pretty much the same here. Yeah, I mean, like my van, the van that I drive, it has all kinds of stuff like lane change deterrents, and it keeps like slamming on the brakes when someone crosses into my lane and I'm not aware of it, and the thing like catches and it slams on the brakes. I'm like, dude, stop doing that. I want to be able to slam on the brakes, not my freaking car does it automatically whenever a butterfly happens to fly into the lane. Some of these vehicles are so sensitive, they need to be adjusted, you know. But it's going to cost you $250 to bring it to the dealer just to get them to adjust it. So nobody does it until they can figure it out on their own. I drive them, I don't fix them. I wouldn't even know how to get into the computer to modify it or change it. All right, I have a philosophical question for you all. If you could be any color in the rainbow, what color would it be and why? Blue? Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I like purple. Purple's my favorite color. Mostly because it's my birthstone for amethyst. Purple is also royalty. It's just I don't know. It's the top chakra, so it's got symbolism, I guess. That's me. Blue is in purple, so that's certainly a plus. And I think stomping on the brakes would be satisfying because of the adrenaline. Oh yeah, there's some adrenaline to driving. That's definitely 100%. Somebody slams on their brakes and brake checks you because you're tailgating. I've slammed on my brakes for somebody tailgating me before, and boy, yeah, that's a pretty good rush. Not a fun one because you get that fight or flight response. A little bit of panic. Some people get heart attacks from that, you know. Pretty scary stuff. But you know what's really scary? And that's another thing we're going to start talking about right now. Yes, I am born in February. I am February 14, which means I am a Cupid. A C-U-P-I-D, a Cupid. Although my mom always said, see if I can type this on here. Here comes my alter ego. Oh my God, I can't type. Oh, come on. Do you know the way to San Jose? I don't know because Sammy knows everything. What? Ruby Tuesday. Rubies are pretty. The ruby name is pretty, and the ruby stone is pretty, although I've never owned one. All right, looking for fours in all the wrong places. Looking for fours in all the wrong places. If you were a four, you would be right here. Oh, son of a mother father. So I've been getting a lot of comments on our older videos, Mike, our Red Dead Redemption videos, of people wanting us to go back and play and find the locations that we, like 1 year, 2 years that we were playing, we were just going and finding locations, just finding all the points of interest. So I guess if you ever got PlayStation Plus again, you can reinstall Red Dead Online and we can spend a day and just go look for locations, and we'll upload them or live stream them or whatever. Surprisingly, people still play that game. But Rockstar said that they are not, even when they're done with GTA 6, they're going to keep updating GTA 5 and GTA 6. They're not going back to Red Dead Redemption 2. I just found a giant 3 there and there, so we'll have to go back and get those 3s since we're on 4 right now. I'm going to put this down for a moment and grab this paintbrush and paint these 3s that are right here. Oh, really? Linda Carter? Her birthday on the same as yours? Well, yours was in July, right? You just had a birthday. Mike, right? Was it July or was it August? All right, any more threes? Go fish. I need a 4 down there. All right, let's get this 4. We're still got a lot of 4s to do. May the 4s be with you. I saw 4s elsewhere. Where did I see the number 4? Here it is, I found it. This is the number 4. Well, I just covered up a number 9. Holy banana-eating monkey. Oh, there's another number 4 down yonder. Anything else down here? Such itty bitty little numbers. Itty bitty teeny weeny little polka dot bikini. Looking for a number 4. Can I find a number 4? I need some large eunuch men to wave a fig leaf around me and cool me down. Or it doesn't have to be men. It could be women, I suppose, too. Or cats. They could be anubis. 2 big giant anubis with big giant feathers cooling me down. Oh, the one that I was doing was Do You Know the Way to San Jose, with a mishmash of the girl from Ipanema and Fly, Come Fly Away in My Beautiful... I'm stuck in like the 60s right now. I'm like stuck singing these 60s style Dionne Warwick type, Burt Bacharach type things stuck in my brain for some reason. Oh, it's because I was watching a movie. I was watching a movie before I started live streaming. I fell asleep to it. And it was one of these movies that's not a documentary, but you know, they base it in the 1960s. So they were playing that kind of music on the radio. Oh, you know what it was? is Jaws 2. Like the whole Jaws series right now is free on YouTube. I only got through Jaws 1 and Jaws 2. That movie used to give me nightmares when I was seeing it. I was still a baby when those things came out. So, yeah, I couldn't even take a bath after I saw the movie Jaws. I was terrified a shark was going to come out. Those movies are so scary. Not as scary as like The Exorcist. That was a frightening movie. Those types of things really freak me out. I don't watch too many horror movies anymore. In fact, I was talking about the Phasmophobia video game that I was playing in the previous live stream when I was building those Japanese kits, talking about those Japanese style poltergeist type of critters. And that game Phasmophobia is all about ghosts and stuff like that. I played it for all of about 10 minutes and uninstalled it because it used to give me PTSD and nightmares and stuff, and I just couldn't deal with it. I still have the game, and they fully updated that game. They did a No Man's Sky basically on it. They completely revamped it and added some really incredible stuff to it. Still, I can't play it. It's still too frightening for me. Horror games in general are frightening to me. Not horror like Jason or Freddy. I don't consider those horror games. Those are slasher type things. Those are no different than hordes of zombies coming at you. No, I mean psychological thrillers, jump scares and stuff like that. That really, my sister and her friends, they used to do that stuff to me when I was a kid. And, they would, you coming around the corner, you're just casually strolling and then somebody jumps out at you. I have a weak heart, so I've had to be resuscitated before, from somebody doing a jump scare on me. So it doesn't matter how big and bad and Rambo you are. Somebody jump scares you, you're hitting the ground. Especially all these reality shows that people upload, like fails of the week and those types of things. But people upload those things of scaring their fellow people, be it a bush that jumps up at somebody or a statue that comes to life or just anything like that, child pranks or whatever. They think they're hysterical and people love watching. They get millions of views and such. Those things just break my soul. Those things make me feel that the earth and the world are de-evolving. If that's the type of entertainment you crave, there is no hope for humanity. Go paint a paint-by-numbers picture called Cascade Haven and make it eventually look like this right here. Speaking of Cascade Heaven, my name is Ricky. Live streaming on YouTube, Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. We're doing a paint by numbers kit from numberartist.com called Cascade Haven. This waterfall on rocks and type of forest or Amazon type of landscape. Item number 40-50-LZ8907. Michael is moderating on here, as well as Rabbit Chimp, my alter ego. Sammy is hanging out with us. Hi, Sammy. So if you like this type of content, consider hitting that like button there, sharing at Real Talk Chimp with your friends and family. Chat with me and Michael and everyone else on here. Communicate with us. We love communicating. That's why there's the talk part and Real Talk Chimp. And of course, hit that subscribe button. We're only trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before the end of 2026 and our 4,000 watch hours so we don't lose our channel on YouTube. All right, I am still looking for number 4s. If we're done with number 4s, we can move on to number 5. I am looking. Well, also babbling, because I love to babble and talk about random things that pop into my brain. I can stay silent for only a few moments, but I will need you to zap me with a cattle prod to get me back on track. Figure out what I'm doing. Otherwise, you are going to get shenaniganery 24/7. Shenaniganery. It will happen, I promise you. And if there's something on your mind, not painting related, keep politics and religion out. No racism, please. No hate. If you have to hate, find a way to make it funny. And let's chat. Let's talk. Whatever's on your mind, whatever's tickling your totem pole. Book you're reading, a movie you're watching, a radio station you're listening to. You're petting a cat, a dog, a monkey, a fish. Whatever's on your mind. You got a question, comment, suggestion. I just found a number 4. You sank my destroyer. Okay. Looking for more number 4s. If this looks really weird right here, it's because I stuck my finger in there. It's like a light socket. The light socket of life. If you are going to chat with us, give us your location on the planet. You don't have to give me your address. I'm not going to come and visit you, unless you want me to, but I'm not going to. But just a general location of where you are on the planet. That would be appreciated. All right, I'm not finding any more number 4s, even though there probably are some. So if we switch to number 5, if we happen to see a 4 through 1 pop up, we will stop and we will paint said number. Well, before we do anything, we are going to stretch a little bit because we have been staring at little itty bitty numbers. So I'm going to wash off these paint brushes here. I'm going to get some more ice in my cup because it's melted and get some more water. Oh, the air conditioning just kicked on, Sammy. Oh, that feels lovely. Okay. Nope, too much blue on there. I'm going to cover up the paint pod just for now so it doesn't dry out. All right, I'm going to put the phone down for a moment. Continue your conversation. Please don't leave. There are people here chatting. Keep them entertained as well. I'll be right back. I'm just going to stretch out a little bit here. Grab some water and stuff. Hi, Sam. Little monkey, little monkey. Take your gloves off, little monkey. Oh, I am sweating through the gloves. Little monkey. Un momento, por favor.
Monkey. Monkey.
All right. Ah. Stretchy McStretchertons. Okay. All right, let's see. Get some more gloves. Like a glove. All right, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Real Talk Channel. And we shall grab our spectacles. Thank you, appreciate it. And we will get cracking again. So we were doing number 4s, but we can't seem to find any more number 4s, which there probably are more number 4s. I just can't find them. So I'm going to switch to number 5. And if number 4, 3, 2, or 1 pop up, I will certainly go back and paint them. So number 4 and number 5 are not that dissimilar. Number 4 is a lighter color. Number 5 is a darker color, but still in the bluish range. So, okay. Blue. More of your water and sky color. All right, so we're looking for number 5s. We'll start down in the bottom left. Found a number 5 right here. Number 5 right here. Oh, it went right into the 26. Okay. Number 5 right here. There's a number 5, a pretty good size number 5. We get on down here. And this one here kind of goes out over here. Be careful of the 24 and the 7 right next to it. I am using the medium brush, as it is a larger space. Not using the large brush though. Covered up that number 6 a little bit. Not mean to do that. There we go. All right, number 6 there, 6 sixes, 6s. Here's 5s over here. Those of you that make content on YouTube that have to deal with copyright strikes. So YouTube forces you to use their music. That's why they have their YouTube music, right? But even their YouTube music, you can get hit with a copyright strike. So 4 years ago, I uploaded a video and I used YouTube's music. I just got hit with a copyright strike. I can't even fight it. I had to delete the video. Had over 4,000 views. And it was a video of my previous cat, Kid Witters. And yeah, that disappointed me real badly. It's not that it had a lot of viewers, which it did have a lot of viewers. It's the fact that it was, I used YouTube to archive videos and pictures that are on my cell phones, and over the years I've changed cell phones, got different services, and basically used those services as like a cloud, like a storage, to upload stuff so I don't lose it due to my poor memory or whatever. But yeah, to have to delete that video was a real shame. So even using YouTube music will still give you a copyright claim. It's a real shame. But I'm a poet. Did you know it? Anywho, If you were a car, if you were an automobile, what kind of automobile would you be and why? Let's see if I can do this. I don't get the menu. There is a way, as a moderator on the channel, there is a way to put little games and stuff in the chat window, like little quizzes and stuff, but I don't know how to do that. I don't bloody know how to do that. All right. Let's look for these number 5s. Let's look for the number 5s. Number 5. If you were a number 5, where would you be? Besides in the waterfall. There is a number 5 right here. Right in the center of your screen is a number 5. I have a particular set of skills. I can paint, I can sculpt, and I can pet a pussycat. If you take the Sammy, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will take back my kitty. I watched a Liam Neeson movie before I watched Jaws 2 today. It was called, well, they have it mislabeled on YouTube as The Last Mission. It's called Memory. And Liam Neeson is an assassin who has dementia. And he's like, his memory is failing and stuff. And he's trying to do his assignment, a contract, but he can't remember the person's name or where they're located. Or it's an interesting movie. It's got a lot of interesting characters in it and actors, but you definitely see an older side to Liam Neeson. But if you notice, Liam Neeson always has the same way he speaks. Well, Liam Neeson's like Scottish or Irish or one of these issues, but he always speaks like Jason Statham when he talks, like he's been smoking way too much. But Jason Statham, even though he talks like this, you can tell he's got more of an English accent because of where he's located. But Liam Neeson, Liam, what are you, Irish, Scottish? Where are you from, Liam? They're always whispering, and I don't know why. I always got to turn the volume up in those movies. Can never understand what the heck these guys are saying. Jason Statham, I don't think I've ever seen one movie where he's got a normal voice. He always talks like this. like he's been chewing on beetroot, smoking Jack Daniels, and drinking Marlboro cigarettes constantly. I'm Jason Statham. You stay them the hell away from me. Oh, this is all number 5 right here. Okay. Son of a mother father. Power of my phone. 23%. You don't have a phone charger nearby you can plug it into? My phone, I can't see what my phone is at, but my tablet is at 85%. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Sammy. Can you let everyone know to like, share, comment, and subscribe to @RealTalkChamp? Thank you. Thank you, Sammy. See, Sammy knows. He wants you all to like, share, comment, and subscribe to @RealTalkChamp. He wants you to do it. Sammy's smart. He knows these things. He wants us to get 4,000 watch hours before the end of 2026. You should trust Sammy. He knows. I was doing a 5 down here somewhere, but I lost it. There's another number 5. Where was that other number 5 I was working on? Jelly bean. I'm going to switch to the big boy brush. Makes no sense why you have a teeny tiny little 5 right here, and then you got a big large space down here, and then another large one up here. Doesn't make any sense at all. It eventually will make sense once you look at it from a bigger picture instead of so close up. And my paintbrush knows which way to go. Tell the monkeys I love them very much. They know, for here I am sitting in my tin can, far above the world. Sammy Winters is a cat, and there's nothing I can do except get a copyright strike, because YouTube will hear the David Bowie. What? I just found a 3. Let's paint that number 3. That was the number 3 right there. Of course, will I be able to find it again? That is another story. What is your favorite color? What is your purpose? To find the Holy Grail. What is the airspeed velocity of a swallow? Why do you know so much about swallows? Well, you've got to know these things when you're the king. Yes, Real Talk Chimp does not condone the craziness of its users. Hence, Ricky has lost his mind. I had found another 3 over here, so I'm looking again in case I find another 3. I know, but I see 5s up there. Okay. Close off that and go back and paint our number 5s. Just washing off my paintbrushes. Okay, back to number 5. Bunny rabbit, a very long giraffe neck. International. What kind of music are you listening to right now? Type it in the comments. What soothes your soul? Is it speed metal? Is it the polka? Is it klezmer music? Is it classical? Is it indie alternative? Is it heavy metal? Is it punk rock? What tickles your totem pole? Type it in the comments. I just found a number 4 right here, so let's grab this paintbrush and the number 4. This paint is looking very messy. Electric guitar covers. Okay, so electric guitar like Pearl Jam, Jimi Hendrix, Counting Crows, some GBH, that's Great British Hardcore, some Sublime, like what type of covers? And or you doing said covers? I saw a 4 and I cannot find it anymore. There it is. I know that wasn't the only 4 that I saw. If you were a 4, happy hardcore, Jaws says. Welcome back, Jaws T. Welcome back. Well, I must have painted the number 4. I don't see it. So let's go back to the number 5s. You know, I have a Discord channel for all of you that do the Discord kind of thing. I haven't quite figured it out how to put it on my tablet and then run like a little headset to the tablet or a little speaker. But there is a Discord at Real Talk Chimp. If you look in my content, or not, if you look at the About section of the YouTube channel where they have the links, you will see a Discord channel. My buddy made it for me probably 10 years ago or so, 8 or 9 years ago. And I never really use it. Maybe when I'm gaming every once in a while. It's active, people actually use it. But for like live streaming, I haven't really used it in a while. I guess maybe eventually someday I'll try to figure it out. The problem is it eats up battery. Like I'm on my cell phone right now, live streaming this content. Now, if I had a DSLR, something else that could do live streaming at the same time, you know, not like a GoPro where it only records and then you upload it to a computer, edit it, and then throw it online. I need something that I can go live with, like the mobile phone, But I want to be able to use my mobile phone for other things, like if a phone call comes in, obviously. So if you have a suggestion of what I can use, I've looked at like vlogger cameras and stuff. Those things are like $1,000 to $2,000. They're out of control, costly. And I don't vlog or do things like that. I don't even know how. I wouldn't even know how to even, yeah, do anything like that. But I'm looking for something other than my cell phone to use. So if you have a suggestion, I know you can't really put hyperlinks on here, but you can sort of put a link without the HTTP and stuff like that. So I can try to look, or just give me the name of a device that's not thousands of freaking dollars. Something that I can, you know, just like a cell phone, that I can use to live stream. The Arctic monkeys. Oh my God, I haven't heard the Arctic monkeys in a while. That does say Arctic monkeys, right? It does say Arctic monkeys. Son of a mother father. Ooh, number 5. Number 5. Oh, this is all number 5. All right, I'm flipping canvas over. Oh. All right, number 5. I'm going to use this paintbrush on number 5. Would you like to kiss a fuzzy butted cat? Probably not, because a fuzzy butted cat's probably going to be stinky. I kissed a cat and I liked it. He tasted like a stinky monkey butthole. I kissed a cat just to try it. See, I'm like your mom on a road trip. Your mom doesn't know the lyrics of the song, so she just makes shit up as you're driving along. So if you want to kiss a cat, by all means, knock it out, toots. I just buy a cheap phone, Motorola G35 for $100. Good enough for me. It's really great. It has stereo microphone and speaker. But do you have to have a, you don't have to put like those cards in it to you know, make it so that it can make phone calls and stuff like that. If you're just going to use the camera, right? You don't have to have it all set up like a phone just to use the internet and such. Because I mean, if that's the case, I have my old LG phone. So I bought this Samsung Galaxy in what, 2024? And I still have my LG phone, even though the operating system's obsolete. I think I can still watch the internet. The camera on it was great, not as awesome as the S25 Ultra, obviously, but you know, this phone's obviously, you know, whatever. So I could I just connected it to my Wi-Fi and use WhatsApp. You still get all your notifications. You can copy your entire device, so two devices doing exactly the same thing. Huh. I wonder what. Who wrote the kitty cat? I mean, the LG phone, I factory reset it when I sent everything from that phone over to the new phone. I factory reset the LG phone and just left it on the shelf, never thinking I was ever going to use it again. Again, because the operating system basically, LG got out of the phone market during COVID, and we were basically left with bricks. So looking for number 5s. Holy yawning Batman. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to get my LG phone out of the closet and see if I can still use it for the Wi-Fi. I can use any one of my accounts on it. Just have to set it back up. It does not have it doesn't have a SIM card, so it'll keep asking me for a SIM card. I know that, but I'm not going to put a SIM card on it. Let's see. Where's it go? It runs Google Play, really old device that you still access most of your stuff off the web browser. Okay. So it would not be wise of me to buy like a vlogging camera like these $1,000 freaking vlogging cameras. My buddy does that type of stuff. He doesn't live stream. He like goes out and interviews people and finds content out in the world. And he has one of those, it looks like a little camcorder, but it's got like a light on top and a microphone, and he said he spent like $2 or $3 grand on it, and I'm like, yeah, no, if I'm not getting paid to use something like that, I am not gonna go out and use something like that. That does not sound like a hobby. Unless you got money to burn, then go for it, you know, hey. We do not have money to burn. If I had money to burn, I'd be buying every single book nook on the internet. And let me ask you a question about Temu. Temu? I keep seeing ads on Temu for book nooks that nobody else has. I don't know if these guys are just like posting AI slop on there or if they're actually legitimate little book nooks, but I can't find that when I try to search the name of the book nook that they put on Temu anywhere else, like Amazon, eBay, or just on the internet. Nothing comes up. Is Temu legit or is it a scam? I'd like to hear what you say, sir or madam. I hope you're yawning right now. Any more 5s? Hey, Sam. What's going on? Is it cooling down outside at all? Big fuzzy-butted cat? Okay. Still looking for number 5s. I got a dodgy tablet, like a tiny laptop, LOL. You get a keyboard and mouse. I mean, I have the Samsung tablet right here. I got it the same time I bought my S25 Ultra phone. I just happened to put it in one of these kind of crazy looking space cases here, I guess. Because I mean, I drop things often, so I needed to do that. So this tablet's pretty cool. I guess it's a 10-inch tablet, right? And I mean, that's what I'm using to watch the YouTube channel and reading your guys' chat. And then I have a little cheap tablet, like when I used to live stream gaming, with my setup in the office area. I have a laptop, one of those little Chinese laptops I bought for $80, super cheap, super. Most times they just break within a month or two, but I only use it for YouTube chat, to see the chat and stuff. I don't use it for email or anything like that. If I'm going to do email or look at anything else, I'll use the laptop. But the laptop I don't move because that's connected to my PlayStation through a capture card. So I don't take that all apart. But for something like this, like I'm not in the office, it's too hot in there. There's only one window and it faces an alley, and it gets too hot. The lighting in there sucks. So I'm like literally in the kitchen here because, but I won't be here for long because I'm moving out in November. I got to go find another place, so I won't be in this beautiful place that I'm currently at. And the next place I find, I hope it's a lot more windows that face, getting the air coming in, because this place that I'm in right now, it gets brutal hot in here and ice cold in the winter. So don't like Temu. Okay. I see like Etsy, Temu, AliExpress. You tried AliExpress years ago when they first came out, but I don't trust a lot of them anymore. I don't even do eBay anymore. I mostly do Amazon, but Amazon's become total AI. Everything is AI, all the pictures. And I've been getting screwed a lot lately on the things that I purchase. They're pulling in so much stuff, so much AI slop. And plus the reviews, like I used to go to the reviews before I'd buy the thing. And if I found any 0 reviews, I knew that was the majority. You could have something that's got 50,000 views, but only 10 of them are in the 0. If I'd give 0 stars because this is a piece of crap, that means that 49,090 are all AI generated reviews giving 5 stars, right? But the ones that actually were able to squeeze through. But a lot of Amazon is now flipping and not allowing anything below 4 stars. So it's going to be all fake reviews, and that's how the future is basically going to be. You get it, it's crap, it is what it is. So, and I'm still looking for number 5s. I am not finding any more number 5s. I know that there are more, but I am not seeing them. I'm looking. Okay. Oh, here's some number 5s off to the right here. I thought they were 6s, but they're number 5s. So when I live stream again, it's going to be on that LG phone if I can get it to work. She'll have to let me know the quality difference between the S25 and the other one's circa 2018, the LG phone, whereas obviously this phone is the end of 2024, the beginning of 2025. But now they have the Galaxy S26 already, so they're kind of doing the iPhone thing where they put out an iPhone every 5 months. What is it? Every 2 months, 4 months, they put out a new iPhone. Galaxies used to come out every 4 years. Now it's like every year, I think, or less. I guess the way technology's going. Okay. Well, I think we're good for now. Everybody I know in the UK get brushing scams. You receive low-value item like chocolate bar or phone stand. Track delivery. Huh. Track delivery gives them the ability to give themselves a review. Interesting. I am roasting in here. Roasty toasty. Trying to look in these little tiny areas to see if there's any fives. Do I need to go fish? God, I keep smelling perfume. I think it's the ghost. I do live in a haunted place. So it's haunted, but it doesn't have negative energy. It's not scary or anything like that. The thing is, it used to be a hospice. Well, I mean, the house has been here since the 50s, so it's been different people living in it. But at one time, it was a hospice. So multiple rooms, multiple people passing away, lots of different energies. And I have like pendulums and other crystals and stuff, and sometimes a pendulum will start swinging on its own. Freaks Sammy out, but eventually it'll stop. And none of the other pendulums will flail, just the one in particular. And every once in a while, I can smell perfume or I smell tobacco, like a pipe or something. So I think it's the different people that have passed through in the last, 60 years or so. I can't count, so I don't know. My next live stream, we're going to talk about the paranormal and metaphysical topics. Those are always fun to chat about, especially when you're painting. Sometimes you have to think, maybe you were out and about and you smelled that smell and you brought it home with you. And it just happens to be popping into your nose for whatever reason. That's entirely possible. Okay, I don't see any more fives. So yes, especially when your olfactory decides to break on you, your nose. But yeah, as the older you get, yeah. Like, I mean, I haven't seen my mom in 20 years. She's been passed away, it's been 20 years. And every once in a while, like I went to a doctor's appointment today, so I was sitting, in a place that had a lot of people waiting. And this woman had sat down about 4 or 5 spaces to my left. She was wearing a a perfume similar to what my mother wore that I could recall as a child. And it wafted over to me, and right out of the gate, I was like about to turn and say, "Mom?" But as a totally different lady that just happened to be wearing a very similar perfume. And it's entirely possible that our brain stores that. You think about a dog. A dog can store millions of scents, right? It's smelling scents all day long. Ground scents, object scents, it's humans scents, other people's scents, and it stores all those different scents so that when they come into next to their human, they got to process through their Rolodex of scents, SCENTS, scents. They have to process and try to find which one belongs to their human, right? A cat does the same thing. Most mammals do that. Well, humans do it as well. A baby has to find its mother somehow. If they can't hear the voice, they go and try to smell where the mother is, right? So us humans do the same thing. So it is entirely possible to store a scent from a past relative or a close family member in your brain. You know, you can see them, hear them, sense them, S-E-N-C-E, sense, and remember their smells, their aromas, that's entirely possible as well. I am not a doctor, but I play one on TV. My name is Ricky. I'm live streaming on YouTube at Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. I'm gonna wash off these paintbrushes to get them ready for the next time we live stream. Clean up my area. People do live here apparently. They may be deceased, but they still live here. So I like to keep it clean. Washing off these paintbrushes. Okay. We'll go into the sink. That and that. This and that. This and that. That and this. This right here. Our glasses. We're going to go and hook up our little thing there. So here we go. We've been live streaming Cascade Haven from numberartist.com. It's 40-50-LZ8907. Cascade Haven. It's a waterfall, multiple stage waterfall. Looks like in the Amazon or in the forest or something. And it should be a very beautiful landscape when I'm finished with it. Let's roll back a little bit so you can get an idea. I mean, obviously, right now it just looks like mush. Can't really tell what it is. So where we're starting, like right up in here. It's right there. Yeah. Anyway, let's see who graced our chat window here. Let's see. And let's scroll up here. How do I do that? So Zion was hanging out with us from southern China and Hong Kong. Jaws T was hanging out with us. Michael Contreras on moderation. Rabbit Chimp on moderation. I said Jaws T, right? Jaws T hanging out with us. I know there were some other folks that came in at the beginning of the stream, but for some reason I can't seem to scroll back for that. Keep the conversation going in our community on YouTube at Real Talk Chimp. RealTalkChimp.com has a chat thing. I also have a Discord as well. And on live streams and archived streams that go to video on YouTube, you can continue the chatting on there. I watch and read everything. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it, Mike. I will be back with more. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace and chicken grease, everyone. Thank you for tuning in there. Appreciate it. We'll be back with more. I promise. So